Presents. Christmas. It's coming. I'm sure a lot of you guys are sending out Christmas lists to family members, your wish lists for the various things you want. I'm sure the older people of you are thinking of more practical needs, maybe a whole bunch of glasses broke, so, you're asking for glassware, plateware, boring stuff like that. The younger ones of you are asking for, undoubtedly, video games, the newest game for the Xbox One or the PS4, because Xbox One just came out. It's topical. And so, you're sending out your lists, and some of you may have long lists, some of you may have short lists. Again, doesn't really matter for today's topic. Today's topic is money. How many of you out there ask for money for Christmas? Probably, I don't know. But it's a pretty common gift nowadays. People get gift cards for people. They get gift cards. A lot of gift cards. Some people give cash or checks, My rant today is about the value of gifts. Now, of course, there is sentimental value in a gift that someone gives. Especially if it's a homemade gift, and, that's okay. That's not the kind of value that we're talking about here. We're talking about the dollar value of a gift that someone is willing to give versus the amount of money that they'll be willing to give you in the form of cash or in a gift card. So, I'm sure that many of you have experienced this. On your list, you put a whole bunch of different things. You put down toys, or you put down video games, or something. And maybe the gifts themselves are too expensive, and whatnot. And so somebody gives you, or the person who's giving you the gift doesn't know exactly what other people have gotten, whatever their excuses. They give you money or a gift card instead. Perfectly reasonable. So they'll give you like a $20, $30 gift card. Then there's the people who will actually go and buy you the gifts. So they'll spend $60 on a game, and they'll give you the game, and you're like, yay, I got a game. The problem comes in is when you would normally which family members can afford what kinds of stuff, and so a lot of times you won't even send out, like me, for example, I need a motherboard and a CPU because my desktop just died. I wouldn't put either of those on my Christmas list. I built my own computer, so I have custom parts, so, hey, I need to go and buy those myself. So I'm asking for money for Christmas. The problem is that my family, I know how much they can afford to spend. And I, instead of asking for money this year, am going to ask for stuff with gift receipts instead. Because I know my family. And a lot of you have probably experienced this too. So, your family members on a regular basis, maybe they'll buy you a $60 game or something like that, but you ask for money to do something in particular. Early years back, it was to help buy a car, to buy a computer, all that kind of stuff. And, it's like, and they give you $20. They give you $20 for Christmas. They'll buy you a $60 game. Hell, they could even, if they're family members who are willing to spend quite a bit on presents, they may even get you something worth $100, $150, $200. They'll buy you like a new game console. But you ask for money, and they give you $20, $30. And you're like, well, I know that you would spend $270 on a Wii U for me. Why can't you give me even half that in cash so that I can actually do something with it. So I'm getting smart this year. I'm asking for gift receipts. Or for gift receipts with my gifts. Because, I mean, I don't even know what the mentality is behind this. Because, like, if I would be willing to spend like $50 or $60 on a game for someone, but I don't know what game that they want, I'll give them a $50 gift card to GameStop, or $50 or $60 in cash. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I can't afford to do either of those things, so I'd do something that I could afford, but I would give the same amount of money that I'd be willing to spend. I mean, because I create budgets, and so I'm like, this is how much I can spend and for this person, and if I don't find something in that budget, then I will just give them the amount of my budget in cash, or a check, or a gift card. I'll just kind of get the feel for it. But a lot of people that I've known have families that don't do that. Their families just will give them just a fraction of the value. Like, if their budget's like $50 or $60 for the person, they'll give them like $15 or $20. And I've seen this happen over and over again, to myself, to my sister, to family members, to friends that I've known, to my girlfriends. I mean, just like, that's just how it is. And it doesn't make sense to me, and it's not very practical. And if you're one of the people that does that, we know who you are. You're on our list. So, anyways, have a Merry Thanksgiving and a Happy Christmas season. Until next time, I'm Fen. Adios.